Alright, YouTube, so this is exactly where the other one left off. I went in, got a bite to eat, watched a little YouTube. Nothing to do with the car, just the normal channels I watch. So, on this one, we're going to get the intake off. So, let's start on it. I gotta pull, hold on, let me flip this around for you. So I'm gonna pull my intake, or I'm gonna pull my fuel rail out. Actually, I might take the upper end. I'm gonna take the upper intake off first. So I gotta undo my vacuum lines, take my intake off. After I get my intake off, I'll go through and go ahead and undo my belt, my alternator. Probably pull it off. And then I'll take my injectors out and pull the injectors out of it. And just go from there and kind of see what's going on with this, see if we have an intake gasket broke or something, and go from there. So let's get to it. All right, y'all, so we got the upper intake off. It's laying over there in our nice seat. I need to get that in the house, clean that and put it in the house. But anyway, we got the intake off there. One thing I noticed here, obviously I won't have to replace these gaskets, but if you look at this gasket right here, it's wet. This whole gasket's wet, and it's wet in here. So, is this an indication? See, this hose right here runs in right there and runs over underneath. But anyway, there's water ports in this cylinder, I think. And this one and that one, there's water ports that run in right here on these sides. So, maybe this gasket for this lower blew. We're gonna pull it loose and see what happens. All these wires run through here. I don't want to take all them out. So when I pull this intake loose, I'm just gonna pull it back off of that and see what this gasket back there looks like. If it looks like it's been blown out, we'll replace the gasket, put it back together, and see what happens. So I'll use that discretion when I get that far, but let's get the rest of the way off. All right, I'm gonna pause this for a minute. So let me show you what I found. Let me show you what I found on this thing. So as you can see, I'm not really in bad spirits about it. It is what it is. So I told you this thing had water ports in it and that gasket looked wet. Let me show you what I found. Pulled the intake off. You can see that gasket's wet, but if you look, it's from the port out. You can see how, I don't know if the camera's picking it up good, but you can see the ring where it's sealed around. You can see it's wet there, and then it's wet out toward the bolt, but it's sealed on the outside of the gasket. All right, so I thought this thing had a port on this side, and then I thought it had a port over here, but it's just had a port on this side for the water, which is a little bitty port right there. You can see it. So it's the ports on this side, not on number 6. So if you look in the cylinder in there, you can see a little bit of moisture or water in there. See it? So it's getting water up in there. So I guess when the intake valve's opening, it's pushing water back up in there, and that's what's causing that. Not 100% on that. But either way, I have a really good feeling that that's the head gasket. So we're gonna go ahead and finish tearing this apart. I don't know how much we'll get done tonight. Nothing else, we can finish it up this weekend. The gasket is probably not going to be here till Monday anyway. I'll probably send the head to get checked just to make sure that it didn't hurt anything on it. Even if it looks okay, I'd rather just have it checked, have him pressurize it, make sure it didn't crack anywhere or anything like that, and then go from there. So, hey y'all, it is what it is. We'll get it fixed. So let's get to work, finish tearing it down, and yeah, I'll show you what we find when we find it. Or show you, golly, those acorns loud. Show you what we find when we get it apart. I'm gonna go ahead and take the alternator off, take the timing belt off, and take the thermostat housing off, and injectors out. And I'll probably stop tonight because I'll have to pull the exhaust side off, pull the cams off to get the head studs out. So let's get to it. All right, y'all. Hit the fan. Sorry about that camera jump. So let me show you how far we got tonight. I wasn't really expecting to get as far as I did. Everything just kind of was going smooth, and I was just kind of in the mood to get as far as I am. I'm actually in the mood to go a little farther, but It's like 10:30, 11 o'clock, and I gotta be at work at 5:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So it means I'll be up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So I'm gonna go go in, get a shower, get ready for bed, spend a little time with Ashley. I got a little late start tonight because I went in and I set my phone down. I went in this evening. I didn't get home from work till like 5:30, something like that. I think it was like 5 o'clock. I didn't get in work. Anyway, I went in, spent a little time with Chris, spent a little time with Ashley. Come out here, done a compression check, went in, ate, come back out, and it is what it is. So haven't got to work on a lot, but we've done this a couple times. So let me show you what we got. So this is Thursday. We got all the intake stuff off. Got the cam gears off, the front plate, cams out. We got all the exhaust side off of it. And that's what I was doing just now, was ripping. These things right here are awesome, y'all. Sorry. They're microfiber towels, and they rip. They're not real thick, so they're not good for not really good for like cleaning cars. I wouldn't think. But they work fabulous. They work awesome for stuff like this, rags, wiping down windows, things like that. Anyway, got the exhaust off, got the intake stuff off. Realistically, the only thing left that we got to take this head out is, we went through all that shim and all these. So I want to get all these laid somewhere in order. So I'm going to try to get me a box. With what I do, I come across cardboard all the time. So I'm going to get me a couple pieces of cardboard tomorrow. And I'm going to lay all these out, and I'm going to number them on the cardboard and go from there. So I'm going to lay out both sides of those. And then all we got left after that is take the head bolts off. Head bolts are or studs. The head studs are a little aggravating in this thing. Hopefully we can get the nuts off of it and get the stud out, because the head, you can't get past this. So hopefully we can get the nuts off, get the studs out, lift the head off. Hopefully we can get that done tomorrow evening sometime. Tomorrow's Friday. I don't know if I'm going to really work on this tomorrow. When I get home from work, if I get home at this time, I want to spend time with Chris. And then he goes to his mom's, and then me and Ashley might go out to dinner. So I don't even know if I'll mess with this tomorrow evening, but hopefully we can get farther. We are still kind of working on that old white Chevrolet truck. Remember when we done AC and stuff on? It had some rust in it. He just wanted to put some panels on. He don't care about being pretty. I haven't been filming that, welding panels on that. So I got to get that done. I'll work on that when my dad's got time to be up here with me. And I just help him work on that. And then whenever it's my time, we mess with this. So I'm not going to end the video here. Y'all see in just a second when we get the head off of it. It's going to be a couple days for me, but y'all see in just a second. All right, y'all, we got it off. And I was using red coolant. So, there it is. Tear on the water jacket. So just nicked the head gasket right here. So I've already talked to the guy that's going to do the head this time. The other guy done the head. This ain't his fault, y'all. This is my fault. This is straight up our fault. But the guy that done the head last time was phenomenal. I have no complaints, anything like that. But I found a guy that I've known, golly, how long we known him? Probably 20 years or more, 30 years, probably 30 years or more. Anyway, he's like a mile and a half, but he had a shop, and he sold his shop, and I thought he got rid of everything. Well, he didn't, because he still runs his race car. So he's kept all his machine work. So I'm gonna have him look over his head. Today is Saturday. I'm gonna take it to him on Wednesday, because he's got some things going on. So I'm not gonna take it to him until Wednesday, but I'm gonna take him to head Wednesday, and he should have it done in a few days to a week or so. I told him, if possible, to get a quick turnaround. He said that would be no problem. He's got something he's got to take care of the next few days. So it is what it is. So let's get this gasket off, and then I'm gonna flip this head over too. After I take all these shim buckets out, I'm gonna flip the head over and just kind of look at it. Either way, it's going to him to have it checked, but let's get the gasket off. All right, y'all, look here. So as you can tell, that's burnt. That's been burnt. It didn't get the actual metal. It just got the layers that seals it. The bottom's not as bad. It got more of the top. But so
either we wounded it when we were trying to figure out everything, thinking we had an injector issue and it was the plugs and it was detonating or something, because we had some big pops come, so it could have got it then, or when it overboosted it might have run lean or something. But either way, it got number 6. The rest of it looks pretty good. One looks like it was starting to, not too bad. One a little bit, but number 6 definitely so. That's that, y'all. We got the head off. We're gonna clean up the block a little bit, make sure it's cast iron block, so it shouldn't be hit. But Dad said it felt like there's a rough place on the head. We're gonna flip it over. Let's flip it over and look at it before I end this. So it's a good thing I called the machine shop to take it. You can see it a little bit when the gasket popped. It got the head a little bit. You can see it right there, that view. It looks like it's an indentation, so when the gasket popped, it created a little place on the head. So we'll get that taken care of, get over to Michael's and let him take care of it. So here's what it is, y'all. Part of it, I guess. So with that being said, we're going to end this video here. The next one on the Supra will be after we get the head fixed. I got a couple of videos I still got to put out from, got one working on an FJ, changing front suspension and stuff on it. And I got to work on the cruise video. I'm just dreading it. So anyway, it's just a lot to go through. It's not that I'm dreading putting it out. I want y'all to see it because we had a blast. So here's what it is. Let's get this stuff put up, and yeah, here's what it is. We'll get the head to him Wednesday, and hopefully we'll get it back, you know, within a week or so. So see y'all next time.